Well, here I am again, and it's been another great day. It was a beautiful Friday in Southern California, and today or this evening, I'm going to briefly touch on some of the things that add to our dysfunction, um, mainly our unhappiness and depression. Um, I've been a people pleaser my whole life, always what it's been about, and that mostly has to do with the household I grew up in, where my parents were. I'm the youngest of 11. My parents were quite old. My father was 60 when I was born. My mother was in her late 40s. So it was a very weird dynamic from day one, and there was a lot of dysfunction there, which I will get into later down the road because it'll fit some other topics. Um, I think it would just be better to touch on that stuff later. I'm hoping this thing on my screen doesn't show up. I'm looking at it, and I hope you people don't get stuck looking at it. But anyway, um, being a people pleaser creates so many obstacles. It creates so many problems with your subconscious. I mean, things you don't even realize. And from our earliest days as being when we're babies, we realize that those people that control our lives, that have say in when we get changed, when we get fed, when we have fun, we realize we have to please them. We have to do certain things, and that carries on into our later years. Now, when I first heard this, and it comes from someone much smarter than myself, at first I didn't get it. I had to think about it, and it probably took me the better part of about 5 minutes to really grasp it. But when you're able to quit worrying about the good opinion of others, meaning the opinion that they have in regards to you, when you're able to get past the good opinion of others, you're home free. The sky's the limit after that. We go through our lives, we go from day to day worrying about what other people think. A lot of us do. I myself did this. I wanted everyone to like me, and I was kind of good at it. I was kind of successful. I gotta say, so many different walks of life, so many different people liked me. I could go from group to group to group like a chameleon, but it took its toll on me. A lot of times I couldn't be honest. Couldn't be honest with myself. I couldn't be honest with those people. The majority of the time, you can't be totally honest, for fear of them not liking you. So when you can get past the good opinion of others, as I said, you're getting there. You're doing it, and it's always there. You're always worried about what people think, and then you go down the line, the next person, the next person, the next person. It's sick. It really takes its toll on you. So be honest, be yourself. People are gonna like you or they're not gonna like you, and there's nothing you can really do about that. It's more a reflection on them than it is on you. Something else to think about. I hear these things, I dwell on them, and not only do I learn from them, I try to keep them bouncing around in my head to keep me in check. Another phrase besides the good opinion of others is wondering how much of every day is based in fear and or obligation. Now think about that one. How many hours of your waking hours are spent doing things out of fear and or obligation, from something as small as bringing the garbage in or out to keep from creating drama in the household. Um, the obligations of work, the obligations of paying bills, fear, from major fears to tiny little fears. Dwell on that one for a while. Fear and obligation. When you realize how much of your day is spent on those items, you can start to make ground. You can start to get better, shall we say. What else can I touch on this subject? These are going to, as I said in the past, these are going to get better as I go, as I learn, as I get more comfortable. I have so many things. It's hard for me to control it. I got so many things I want to throw out there. But I need to have some semblance of order here. And there are so many facets to what you can do to make yourself happy, to make yourself well, to get on the road to prosperity. And, as I said 1 or 2 videos back, if it's not empowering to you, take a few seconds and think about when you're in a conversation, when you're with someone, when you're partaking or listening to that conversation, when you're reading something, when you're watching something on TV. If it's not empowering to you in some way, shape, or form, walk away from it, discontinue it, put it down, whatever it is you're doing, get away from it. If it doesn't have offer any degree of empowerment to you, it's what good is it? What good is it? The news, I got away from the news. I can't tell you how much that's done for me. Especially, as I mentioned before, the cynic in me, the guy who is looking for the darkness. Get away from the news. Because 99% of it is bad. And then what do? You get it first thing in the morning, which isn't good for your subconscious. Or you get it at night, just before bed. That's the worst thing you can do to yourself. So, it's got to be empowering, whatever it is you're taking in out there. It's not empowering to you, you don't need it. Should I end this now and pick up later, or keep going? I think I'm going to begin to say my goodbyes, and I'm going to knock another one of these out first thing in the morning. And there was something else I wanted to say. I can't quite remember what it was right now. And it had to do with the news, the bad news. And I will remember what it was, and I will throw it out there for you folks. So, it's got to be empowering. Think about the fear and obligation. Quit worrying about the good opinion of others. Something else that's said that I dwell on. I'm not going to get this right word for word, but talking about other people, speaking about other people in a bad way, gossiping, let's say. It doesn't really say anything about that person that you're gossiping about or someone's gossiping about, but it speaks volume about you. Keep that in mind. It speaks volume about you. Doesn't really say anything about that person you're trying to cut a new one or make look bad. So think about those few things, make note of them, and we'll speak again tomorrow morning. Alright? Hope you had a great day, a beautiful day. Have a beautiful night. Bye-bye.